Welcome to Cooking with Kelly. Today we are here with Erica of Gourmet Delight Mushrooms right out of Eden. So right down the street, honestly.
Yeah.
This episode is sponsored by Wisconsin Building Supply, and they did our kitchen in here, our pantry. And today we're going to be making stuffed mushrooms from the mushroom farm.
Stuffed portobellos. I'm excited. So we'll just start by saying stuffed portobellos are super versatile. You can use pretty much any combination of protein with a little bit of cheese of your choice with some breadcrumbs and then add in your veggies. And you can have like a buffalo chicken stuffed mozzarella. You can have probably like one that I would choose is like a crab stuffed portobello. And that kind of cheese I would recommend like Parmesan and like a white wine vinegar. So there are so many options. Today we're making Mediterranean style and they are vegetarian for Kelly.
I'm excited. I do really like stuffed mushrooms, and I've made a handful of different recipes, obviously. So I'd be excited to try a different one.
Awesome. Let's get started.
Okay. What is the first thing that we do other than maybe move into the cooking space here?
So probably you want to make sure that your portobellos are clean. So we've got a nice big portobello cap here. The gills you can see are pretty well defined. This is where all the flavor is. A lot of stuffed portobello recipes on the internet might tell you to scoop out the gills, but I highly recommend against it. You should leave them because this is where all that good savory umami flavor is.
Okay.
All right. And so we can brush them off. My husband did clean these, but they're we'll just use a little bit of dirt. So you can do like a quick little brush off the top like that and just get the...
It's like a little hairbrush for a bald guy.
So cute. Yeah. Perfect. And then I recommend really kind of gently taking the stem off. So it's sort of like a hold and twist. Kind of like that. And you kind of want to have like a little cavity here. You can see that. The stem you can use, I would cut off this peat moss and you can just chop it up, use it in the actual recipe. I just mix it in with all the filling. These are super easy to use. They'll add some extra flavor.
Yes. That's what we normally do is we chop up the stem. So
yeah, a little extra moisture in there too. So that's what I would start with. And then we've got our recipe over here. So I'm just going to glance at it. I'm cheating. We should preheat the oven to 425 degrees. And this recipe makes 4 large portobellos, and I brought 5, so we have an extra just in case. So we'll do a little bit of olive oil in here. Let's do just like a drizzle is good. Not much, probably less than a tablespoon. And you can use your hands to move it around, or you can wiggle it around like that. We are not fussy at all about our lipid. It just adds a little extra so things don't get stuck. And then I just plop these on here.
Ooh, these are firmer than...
They are quite firm. They're very fresh. Yeah,
okay.
Which can make taking the stem off kind of difficult. But that means that they're going to be really like firm and delicious still.
Yeah.
So plenty of like room in here. And it's okay if they're touching because they lose their water pretty quickly in the oven. And what's nice about these, we've got a couple varieties of sizes here, is that they're grown out enough so you have this lip that makes for like a really good stuffing canvas, basically.
Yep. I like to put as much as I possibly can in there.
Yeah,
so,
Agreed. What kind of portobello like mushrooms have you made stuffed?
I don't know. Whatever you get at the grocery store that is much smaller than that is what I typically make.
So stuffed cremini, that's what that means. And those are basically just the baby version of these.
Yep.
These are just grown up version, which is nice because then these can be like a full meal.
See, to me, this looks like I could put it on a sandwich or like a big old thing, whereas the little tiny ones are like little appetizers, little snackies.
Yeah, exactly. Party food.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so now we take our large saute pan and we toast some pepitas and we can stir them over heat until they're just like a little bit toasted. We can also skip that step if they're also roasted, which I think they are.
Those are roasted? Okay.
Yes. So you can use either pepitas or pine nuts. Since this is a Mediterranean recipe, you could also use basil, like mix in some chopped basil, or you could mix in just some pre-made pesto out of the jar, which is super easy.
Yep.
recommend.
Like a good hack.
Yeah,
we like
it's
that.
a good hack. So we've got our toasted pepitas already. We'll just leave those here. And then we need to soften some onions. And then we'll cook the spinach in that same pot. And then we'll mix in the best part, which is the cheese and the breadcrumbs. So we'll get that started. So this can be kind of messy.
Okay.
I'm going to put these on here so we don't get your nice cooktop all dirty. So I like to cut off this part and discard.
Okay.
Just put that aside.
And what is that part called again?
It is the bottom of the stem, and everyone kind of calls this dirt.
Okay.
But what this actually is the casing layer of peat moss that is put on top of the steam pasteurized compost. So when mushrooms are growing, the mycelium is mixed in with the compost, and then the whole thing is topped with like 4 or 5 inches of peat moss. So this is grown in a bog in Canada, and it's certified organic, and then this is also steam pasteurized. So it is technically dirt. It's peat moss, but it's cleaner dirt than you would find like in your backyard. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Food grade dirt. Since these are stems, they're going to be kind of irregularly shaped. And since you're mixing them in your mixture, it doesn't so much matter how you slice these. But in general, slicing mushrooms, if you're going to use them with a protein, like in a chicken pasta dish, slicing them to match the size of your protein really goes a long way in helping the flavor come out and making for really good texture, I'd say.
What do you mean by matching the size of your protein?
Yeah, this is a good question. So if you are grilling chicken, say outdoors on your Blackstone, and you slice that grilled chicken into strips that are maybe, I don't know, let's say like that size or even like longer, like this size, you kind of want your mushrooms to match that same size and shape. It gives a really nice texture to the whole dish. And it adds some interesting like palate texture too.
Yeah.
I really prefer cremini mushrooms, which are basically the baby version of these, quartered with something like steak because I like that bigger texture flavor.
And it goes well with the bites of the steak.
Yes, exactly.
I'm acting like I would know.
Right.
I would not.
Yeah, you've been a vegetarian for a long time. So
a long time.
This is a great recipe for vegetarians because there's still quite a bit of protein. So you're getting a lot of protein with the feta cheese. And then we're going to serve this on a bed of quinoa. So there will be quite a bit of protein in that. And then, of course, pepitas, anything with a nut or a seed is going to have extra protein too. So you're getting some good plant-based protein in there. Probably not quite as much as steak, but enough to like keep you going.
Yep. When you saute your onions and mushrooms, do you put them together? Or do you do one before the other?
I always put them together. Okay. It's more of a time thing for me. I think that some chefs would say that's blasphemous and would want me to do them separately, but I think it's just fine to have them together. I think the onions and mushrooms together are a match made in heaven. This is kind of going to mimic like a texture of a protein too. Yep. So you'll have sort of like an almost diced chicken vibe or like imitation crab kind of in that way.
I love the texture of stuffed mushrooms.
Yes, me too.
I'm assuming olive oil in here.
Yeah, just like a little bit, I'd say. Okay. That's probably, that's good. And then it says a 1/4 cup of pepitas. So let's do, I'm not a big measuring cup person.
I'm not either.
I call it open hand cooking. I got that from my father-in-law. So we just do like, I don't know.
When you say?
1/4 cup-ish. Yeah. And this, again, has 7 grams of protein in a 1/4 cup. So pepitas are where it's at. Then we've got the onions, and I will slice those. Perfect. Let's do a nice dice here.
So I have to tell you, as we're slicing all these things, you are slicing this. we have started to decide to switch over to like more gluten-free and just some things related to my son's allergies.
Good.
So we literally just bought a ton of quinoa, and then you sent over the recipe, and I was like, oh, perfect. Like, we need to start using this. So
yeah. Well,
works out well.
Like really great about this recipe is that it can be made gluten-free. So you can buy gluten-free panko breadcrumbs. That's the thing.
I didn't even think about the breadcrumbs.
They're a little pricey.
Yeah.
But they're kind of, it's worth it, I guess. Okay, so now we have our sliced things, and we can just scoop.
Plop them in.
Yep. And if you're like a good restaurant chef, you'd have gloves on, but I'm not, so don't need them. I like to do a little bit of the onions and mushrooms, and then get this kind of softened first, and then we'll add in the rest of the mushroom pieces. Otherwise, you'll kind of end up with like a lot of water. Let's say we need 4 cups of fresh baby spinach leaves, which is quite a bit. You can probably estimate however much you might need. It really shrinks down once it's in there. I think it's mostly for the color, honestly. Kind of gives it like that vibrant green color. We'll add the mushroom stems here. Get that water out of them. I read recently that mushrooms are best cooked in water, which doesn't make a lot of sense to me.
Right,
but I'm going to have to try it.
But do you boil them in there?
Yeah, I think so. And I think it might preserve kind of that texture. So they don't get too flimsy. But we'll have to see. I'll let you know.
New ways of doing things.
Yeah.
I will say, if you ever have leftover mushrooms, which I can't imagine as often, but because they're so delicious, but we like to air fry them the next day.
Ooh.
So good.
That sounds great. Yeah, I usually reheat these in the oven. Okay. But we just got an air fryer too, so that would be awesome.
Yes.
Sounds delicious. So we've got the spinach next. And we can kind of just, I would say, let's toss this in.
Okay.
I would do like maybe 4 big handfuls.
And that'll cook down quickly.
It cooks down so quickly. I love a spinach and mushroom omelet in the mornings. It's my fave. Yeah, let's do like 1, and you can kind of fold them in. Fold in the spinach.
Oh, this makes me hungry.
Like folding in the cheese, if you're a Schitt's Creek fan. R.I.P. Catherine O'Hara.
Yeah.
So
she's
sad.
in so many things.
I know. She's the best. And we got another fistful there. I'd say that's probably good. We'll let that kind of simmer down, maybe just like a couple more leaves here. And then comes the fun part, which is adding the cheese. Okay. And you have a little leftover for salad then, a side salad here.
Oh, let me just spill it all over.
We probably could have used a bigger pan here, but it's fine. I think having the higher side walls will be better with the cheese. Well, that's good.
Okay, I'm gonna let it sit there for a minute, and then we'll
let it cook down.
Again.
This is a fascinating concept that you can like it's not hot.
Yeah, and when we're done, I'll let you like touch it after. It is warm, but it is not like you're not gonna burn yourself.
That's so cool.
And so they do like actual tables. So we do fondue pretty often. Well, we do fondue at least 1 or 2 times a year, but I really want to get a fondue table and have the same concept, but then we would do fondue on the table someday.
I love that idea. You can use cremini mushrooms for fondue.
Yes. With
like a nice, melty, sharp cheese.
Ooh.
Sounds delicious.
Or like a good like white wine or something too. Or
a Gruyere with some white wine mixed in. That kind of helps the cheese stay.
Fondue? We could have a fondue night.
I do love fondue. Yes.
We're just saying.
The cheese
you
and
bring the
chocolate.
Mushrooms? Okay.
Absolutely.
Yeah, the cheese is good. All right, yeah, that's cooking.
Yeah, that's perfect. And then we want to do... Oh, we forgot to add the garlic, but you can pretty much do that whenever. Thank you.
How much? All of it?
It says 2 tablespoons. So let's do like... Or it says 2 garlic cloves. So let's do like 1 heaping spoonful.
We're not shy about garlic around here.
Yeah. Then we want our sun-dried tomatoes. Perfect. And then the olives will be next.
And we're gonna add it into here?
Yes.
Okay.
And you just want a couple olives, like it says a quarter cup. So let's do like.
I like your measuring. This is my kind of measuring. I'm into this.
Yeah. Who needs to clean measuring cups? You just
when you have eyeballs and you just know.
Yeah. If you like olives, you can go heavier on the olives. If you're not like a big olive fan, you can cut them out entirely. You could probably add capers if you like capers. Add like a little
capers.
pickly kind of vibe. A really fun stuffed portobello that I've been meaning to try that I have not tried yet is like a lox stuffed portobello, which would be smoked salmon, cream cheese, capers, red onions, and maybe like an arugula or a spinach.
Yep.
I think that would be really fun.
Yeah. I do like capers.
Next time we can try that. Oops. I'm not the cleanest cook.
I'm not either. And I've also learned I now have more than one sink to clean, which is, you know,
not fun.
It's a problem, but it's a first world problem.
It says about half a cup of sun-dried tomatoes, so that would be this entire jar.
Do it.
In oil. Yes. All right. Okay. That's the whole jar. So just get it in there. Sylvia, you're going to edit out these awkward parts, right?
No, that's the hook.
And that extra olive oil should add some good...
Smells really good.
Flavor. It does smell really good in here. Mm-hmm. All right.
The best part of this is smelling the house when we've been cooking.
Yes. And then we've got the cheese.
Okay. Got a cheese. We added the whole thing of cheese.
6 ounces, so this should be plenty.
Okay.
We'll grab that. Toss that aside.
This smells really good. I'm also really hungry. It's that time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's definitely getting to be dinner time. Let's just slice it up.
Again, what kind of knives do you use at home? This is so random, but I know people are about knives.
I use Wusthof.
Okay.
Which are my favorite knives.
I think we have a set of Calhoun. And then we like Cutco.
Those are good too. I really like my Wusthof knives.
Okay.
I keep them sharpened, or rather my husband does. And they last forever.
Yeah.
So those are my favorite. All right, we got a quarter cup of breadcrumbs or ish. So you can add, I don't know, half a cup if you want, because we've got the mushroom pieces in here. So you're gonna want this like nice kind of crunchy crust once this is a filling. So you can probably keep stirring a little bit, and so this cheese melts a little bit. Yeah, that's good. That's looking good. And just sprinkle them in. Give that a try. Am I supposed to be doing the cooking, or are you supposed to be doing the cooking?
I'm into this. You tell me. I like someone who takes direction. Okay, just like we're just doing this.
Yeah, this looks great.
Takes charge. Yes, takes charge. Yes, that was the better way.
You're doing a great job.
Thanks.
Yeah.
I hope she likes that.
I think we could add some more breadcrumbs to that. We want like kind of like a good crusty texture. Yeah, that was probably at least half a cup. So while this is kind of gelling together, kind of coming together to be that delicious, melty, cheesy, breadcrumby mixture, we just do like a quick little salt and pepper of each cap, like that. You really don't need much salt because the mixture has cheese in it. If you are mindful of your blood pressure, I don't know if your household needs to be, but I try to eat like a little less salt on days I don't feel like being bloated. There we go. But extra pepper, because that's fun.
This smells so good. I know I've said it a few times, but like...
It smells delicious. Yeah.
I'm just sniffing it.
It does smell really good. The sun-dried tomatoes with the mushrooms and the olives. It is mouth-watering. Okay, and now we have our mixture.
Okay.
So you can just scoop a little into each portobello cap.
Mushrooms? Okay.
Yeah, well, I guess you could put it into quarters. So you can just do like one big dollop there, big one there. And that's really it.
Missed by like a long shot a little bit.
Yeah, it's not the cleanest recipe, but it is delicious.
Some of it is making its way into the mushroom.
Yeah. Most of it is.
Good job. Oh, I love the color in this too. Wow.
Yeah, it really is vibrant. It has that great red and green. So you know you're eating some vegetables. You can feel good about this, despite how much cheese there is in it.
You know, for being Wisconsin, it's really not that much cheese, so it's all good.
Yeah, just one whole container.
Maybe extra if you're feeling generous with the cheese. All right.
Depends
do you
on
load yours on there, or do you think?
I do.
Okay.
Yeah, I kind of like. I eventually I'll show you what I do. Mm-hmm. I eventually kind of just do this like squishing technique, where you
to add more.
Yeah, and that
make room.
Makes a nice crust with the breadcrumbs too. Another thing too is if you're feeling extra hungry, you can add more breadcrumbs on top.
Yep. Make it a little bit more filling.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, I'm gonna
say
turn
like this one could use a little more. Yeah, and you can turn that off. Okay. That's plenty hot. This is like a really nice way to get some extra veggies in. One of my favorite versions of stuffed portobellos is with imitation crab. So, you know, real crab would be awesome, but we're all kind of on a grocery budget, right?
Yep.
I really like it with Parmesan cheese, a little bit of mozzarella, white wine vinegar, and red pepper flakes, and some spinach for good color.
Okay.
And that to me is the best stuffed portobello.
I feel like that would be really easy to just make without crab. I understand
it's so easy,
but still.
Yeah, it's so easy. The crab is really for the protein.
Yep.
You know, if you're not a pescatarian or a carnivore, like it's super easy to make these vegetarian and gluten-free. So, like we talked about, just make sure you get panko gluten-free breadcrumbs. Yeah,
and that's solid. It looks good.
Please do eat whatever you want. This is your kitchen.
So hot.
This is your kitchen. I love a hot olive.
It is really good.
It's gonna be delicious.
It's so hot.
Yeah. So these things will crisp up, you know, on the edges. That's kind of what you want. Now we have to pop them in the oven if the oven is ready to go.
Yep, oven is ready.
And they're just in there for 10 to 12 minutes.
Okay. I'm ready. And we cleaned it. You like that?
Okay. You could also eat this right off the spoon if you want to.
Normally. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, please do. I think you're going to like it.
When I make my stuffed mushrooms, I have to tell you I eat most of the like inside of it.
Yeah.
It just happens to be really hot. I'm a little scared.
Be careful. Don't burn yourself.
Do you want a spoon so that you can get in here too?
Sure.
Okay.
Thank you, Sylvia. So yeah, you can just have a bite. Have a quick snack while you're waiting.
This is the best part of being the person who makes the food, is trying it.
I'd say texture-wise, to make things a little easier for us next time, I'd probably slice the Kalamata olives. But I really like them whole too. That's delicious. I love making quinoa because it's packed with flavor, and also I highly recommend using broth instead of water.
Oh, okay.
For quinoa. It just gives it a lot more flavor. And then you can sort of mix and match your veggies and your protein, and you can make a huge batch of it at the beginning of the week and then use it for whatever. I also really like making breakfast quinoa.
Ooh. What do you put in it? Eggs?
Yeah,
spinach,
eggs,
mushrooms?
or you can do like a sweet version.
Okay.
So you might have like blueberries, maybe a dollop of Greek yogurt, a little bit of maple syrup, and then
quinoa.
The rest of those pepitas. It would be delicious. So yeah, and I guess you could add mushrooms into like a savory breakfast quinoa with some scrambled eggs, maybe a little bit of cheese.
Yogurt and blueberries and stuff sounds really good. I
And maple syrup. Yeah.
I'm going to make that tomorrow. I'm going to call you and be like, hey, look at my breakfast.
Good. I'm so glad. I'm so glad I could be here to give you breakfast ideas. So yeah, I love having quinoa made with broth. It is the best.
And we just need a small one for this?
We just need a small saucepan for this. We'll just use the recipe right on here. Okay.
I'm going to open this up again.
Potentially controversial. I do not mix my quinoa with any other types of quinoa. I always use white quinoa.
Okay.
I also do not rinse my quinoa. I know you're supposed to because it gets rid of this like alleged soapy flavor. I think that is big water telling us that we need to waste more water. So I hardly ever rinse my quinoa. I just use it right from the package and it always turns out
Just fine.
great. Yeah.
Okay.
So, all right. So we just need 1 full cup of quinoa and then 1 3/4 cups water, or like I prefer broth. Let's do this.
Oh, I'm going to turn this on. Are we boiling, right?
Yes, this will be boiled.
We did it.
I know that a lot of grocery stores will sell red, black, and white quinoa mixed together.
Mm-hmm. I actually think we have some that we just got.
That works too. It can give you like a little more flavor. I prefer
The white.
the white quinoa.
Was it the flavor that you prefer? Am I going to pour this in?
Yes, I think it's just fluffier.
Okay.
And I think that's why I like it. It
Do you
cooks
use
up
quinoa
fluffier.
often?
Yes.
Okay.
I try not to eat so much white rice anymore. Apparently it's bad for your
Yeah.
glycemic index. I don't know, whatever. I'm going to be 40 this summer, so trying to be better at,
Yep. Healthy.
taking care of my health.
Yeah.
So I eat a lot of quinoa.
And it's 1 and how much of quinoa? Sorry.
1 3/4 of the broth and then 1 cup of quinoa. And I like to measure it with a smaller measuring cup because that way you don't spill it everywhere.
Okay.
Kind of helps to like,
Yeah. I'm putting it in right away.
Yep, you can put it right away. Right away.
Didn't read the directions. I'm just doing it. 1.
That's good. Yeah, you bring the whole thing to a rolling boil.
Boom.
And then, do you have a cover for this pan?
I do have a cover for this pan.
Perfect.
There's water spouts. It's going to annoy me.
And we can use a spoon to stir it occasionally.
If you want to reach in this right here, and there is a assortment of spoons. Yep.
Oh, look at all these spoons.
Again, still figuring out where everything goes, but I do like the utensil drawer.
I like this one. Okay, so that'll be our stirring spoon.
Okay.
Put that in the shop.
Yep.
There we go. Okay, so this gets brought to a rolling boil. Then we turn the heat down to the lowest setting, cover, and cook for 15 minutes. So we kind of want to take a look at this and make sure it's getting to boiling temperature. And while that is coming up to boiling temperature, we can make our salad.
Okay.
Move this broth. This is a super easy salad. I like just doing a little bit of olive oil, and then if you have a white wine vinegar or any type of light vinegar,
Okay.
I'd say a balsamic's gonna be like a little heavier for this, but if you have a white wine vinegar or maybe like apple cider, that'd be good.
Okay.
You can make a quick vinaigrette, and I just toss in some pepitas, and that's it.
I'm
And
actually
oh
still
yeah,
gonna use the
tomatoes.
big old bowl.
We don't want to forget the tomatoes. I will wash these.
Okay. Big whisk.
Well, I like tomatoes in my salad. Do you like a fresh tomato?
All right. Once it comes to a boil, I turn it down. Is that
Yep, you turn it down to the lowest setting and then cover and cook for 15 minutes.
okay? Hey Siri, set a timer for 15 minutes, please. Okay.
15 minutes starting now.
Okay, so this is a super easy salad. You want to serve this in really small portions with your stuffed portobello. It's just like a little bit, like a quarter cup, half cup at the most. It's really just sort of add some freshness to the plate, give you sort of a palate cleanser while you're eating your big cheesy
Delicious
breadcrumb,
mushroom.
olive-y stuffed mushroom.
It's making my mouth water talking about it.
So we're gonna make a quick little vinaigrette. I would probably do, I don't know, let's say like maybe a quarter cup of olive oil, maybe at the most. Maybe an eighth of a cup. And then a little bit of white wine vinegar or apple cider vinegar, a light vinegar. Like I said, I think a balsamic vinegar would be a little too heavy for this dish. You kind of want to not overpower the flavor so much so you can really enjoy the umami of the mushroom. And then we whisk.
Whisk it good.
Yeah. This is
Whisk it
a
real
really
good.
easy way to make a vinaigrette because apple cider vinegar in particular mixes really well with olive oil and it's fast. Some other vinegars just take forever to whisk with olive oil, but this is the easiest vinaigrette I have found. And it has that little appley sweetness too, which will be nice.
Smells good.
Yeah. I think I'll add a little salt and pepper in there. If we've got some, yeah, that's perfect. It's not a dressing without salt and pepper. Do like that. I like quite a bit of pepper in my dishes. Crushed black pepper.
Here for it.
And I kind of go a little lighter on the coarse salt. And then whisk again. Make sure it's incorporated.
What is your go-to mushroom dish in your house? Like if you have just a fail-safe, what would it be?
I'm not gonna lie, we eat a lot of pizza. So we do a lot of slicing up of mushrooms and putting on frozen pizza. I'm very busy. I own 3 businesses, and so sometimes that's the most vegetables I get in a day. But the actual cooking, if I wanted to actually sit down and cook something and make a recipe, I love a stuffed portobello.
Okay.
It's my favorite. Sometimes my husband will say to me, Erica, I think it's been about 2 weeks since we ate any steak, and we have tons of meat in our freezer because we buy a quarter cow every year. And then I'm forced to eat tenderloin with cremini mushrooms, which is just, it's a tough life. So
Horrible. Also
delicious. It makes having a grill really handy in your backyard. So recommend. Also recommend buying a quarter cow every year.
Yep.
It's the best.
I think that's what we buy is a quarter cow, and then we've been doing the Mayhill like boxes.
Yes.
Because they have them every once in a while.
Yes. So here you can just use like a salad tossers or a fork and a spoon and mix that up. And then I would add a little bit of a crunch with the pepitas. This is kind of a recurring theme. Trying to stay plant-based here. You could also add croutons if you want a crunch. I found a pretty good gluten-free crouton at Village Market that I love. If you are gluten-free.
We love Village Market. We've been going there once a week now.
Yep. I also love a sourdough crouton if you are not gluten-free. Delicious. Yeah, and so you just kind of toss together.
I'm literally going to toss
Mix it up.
mainly because I don't want to grab extra utensils. Oh, it smells so good.
It does smell good. And there's your very simple light side salad, and that will go with the quinoa bed and the mushroom, and there you've got a complete meal. And at least a few servings of veggies in this whole meal. Probably 2 to 3 at least with the size of the mushrooms and what they're stuffed with. Yeah.
And a good bit of protein because we've got the pepitas in a few different things and the quinoa.
Pepitas, quinoa, the feta. Yeah, so you're getting a decent amount of protein here without needing to rely on meat, which is great.
Yeah.
So we've got, ooh, they're sizzling. That looks delicious. We probably don't need to be in here much longer. Time to fluff the quinoa. Oh, look at that. See, it turned out so good.
Good.
Turned out perfect. So here you just take your spoon that you use to mix it and you just gently fluff to make sure all the liquid is absorbed. And here you have your perfect batch of fluffy quinoa that you can use throughout the week, or you can eat it all tonight too. No judgment here.
Sorry, or for breakfast tomorrow morning.
Or for breakfast. Okay. Do we have any quinoa farmers nearby? That'd be cool.
I don't know.
You could do a breakfast quinoa recipe.
Ooh.
Okay. So now I think we can grab the mushrooms.
Okay.
From the oven. All right. They are ready. Let's do this. Come on out. Looking good. We've got some crispiness here. And we've got a lot of like delicious looking veggies in there. So what we want to do here is make a little bed of quinoa for each plate. And I'd say let's do maybe about that much. Do maybe 2 scoops. This is supposed to be a full meal.
This feels like it's going to be a filling meal, but in a healthy and good filling.
Yes.
Hearty.
You do not have to eat the whole portobello either. You can always split one of these and have half.
That would be sensible, but will we?
We've got like a nice little bed here. The visual appeal is half the fun, I think. Okay, just squish it down a little so you make a little bed. And then we scoop, serve, scoop, serve,
Throw a little bit.
toss. And then I'd say let's do a little bit of salad if we have
The tongs.
the tongs.
I'm gonna sneak in here.
Mm-hmm. Salad is great for that extra greenery, your extra serving of veggies. Just kind of a little bit right on the side. Remember, this salad is supposed to be 4 servings, so you really just want a small amount. Voila! Bon appetit! So I'm gonna cut into this now. You ready?
Nice and juicy.
Ooh, it's gonna be good. This is a nice steak knife. Okay, so you can see here, we got a little wedge of portobello. That stuffed action in there. The portobello, the tomatoes, spinach, that feta cheese and breadcrumb deliciousness. This would be too big of a bite, but I just kind of want to show you what you're going to be biting into here. That is your dinner. Are we going to feed each other?
Sure. You want to?
Yeah,
I'm
let's
down
try
for
it.
it. If you're down for it, I'm down for the weird
hands
stuff.
then. Well, no, I'll just switch hands when it's in midair. Okay, you ready?
Mm-hmm. I'm ready.
Ooh.
Mine is forked up and ready to
Oh
go.
my gosh, you're ahead of me. Okay. Ready, Kelly?
I'm like scared that I'm gonna miss your mouth or something.
Mmm. Mmm. Mm-hmm.
The sun-dried tomato.
Mmm. With that feta,
Mm-hmm.
that briny olive. A lot of good stuff going on here. I have food in my face.
So sorry.
This turned out great. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for doing this with us
I
and for
loved it.
teaching me a new way to cook with mushrooms.
You're welcome. Thanks for having me.